Well, time now for our second feature story this week on Farm Week. Amy Taylor is here to take us to Jackson, and she has highlights of the February 10th Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions. Amy?
That's right, Leighton. Mother Nature provided quite a unique experience for those involved in this year's sale, but dangerous weather conditions were no match for livestock buyers, families, and supporters of the big sale. The prestigious event still collected more than $250,000 in sales and awarded scholarships to deserving livestock exhibitors. 4-H and FFA exhibitors at the Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions found that qualifying for the big sale would not be the only challenge they faced. But despite dangerous weather conditions, the sale must go on. Come rain, snow, sleet, or hail, the week after the Dixie National Junior Roundup, one thing is certain: the Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions is going to happen. Bitter cold temperatures, snow, rain, and ice were potential threats to the health of beloved livestock. In addition, Mississippi State University Extension Livestock Specialist Dean Josan says travel was a huge issue for anyone scheduled to be at the Dixie National.
Mother Nature caused a few problems with us at Dixie National this year. We've had a couple of periods of snow and ice. Some of our main challenges have been getting our judges in. The airlines have been sort of quick to cancel a lot of flights, and with our judges coming in from all over the country, we've had some issues getting them in.
Josan was glad that in spite of the obstacles, the sale brought a packed house with buyers, families, and supporters prepared to brave the cold. Premier Exhibitor Scholarship recipient Michael Buckley says extra precautions were taken to protect the livestock.
We had to put heat lamps on the hogs to make sure that they didn't get too cold, because if they get too cold, they'll start to lose weight, and that's not very good. This is the first year they've allowed us to do that in the barns because of fire hazards. It
may have been cold outside, but the sale ring was a hotbed of activity. Sale of Champions committee member and ringman Harry Dendy talks about being in the middle of the excitement.
We have 3 ringmen, and they each have a particular part of the audience that they work. And you have to watch for bids, you have to watch for raised hands, you have to be able to tell when somebody's bidding or when they're waving at somebody across the ring. You just have to kind of be clued into what's going on. You're so hyped up and so full of adrenaline, you don't get exhausted. Probably the biggest problem I have usually about 2/3 of the way through the sale, I start losing my voice.
Dendy says he's glad to have been involved in livestock as a young person.
I was active in 4-H and FFA. I had livestock projects. Fortunately, and when I got out in the job market, the career that I chose, which was in farm credit, of course, had the livestock part of the farm credit system.
In addition, Dendy claims his background helps him relate to exhibitors as he watches them grow. The sales total at this year's Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions was about $257,000. That figure includes a total of over $92,000 for the steers, $84,000 for the hogs, $55,000 for the lambs, and $25,000 for the goats. 5 premier livestock exhibitors received scholarships of $2,000 apiece. Academic scholarships of $1,500 were awarded to 25 high school seniors, and 3 Supreme Animal exhibitors received $1,000 each. Harry Dendy says those who wish to support the sale but are unable to buy an animal can contribute to the scholarship fund. One of the highlights at the sale was the parting message from Marcia Barber, who spoke about her experience as a buyer. This is her last year to attend as First Lady, but she hopes to be back. Michael Buckley describes how showing livestock has helped shape his future.
I've learned just responsibility and taking care of my animals. I get up at about 5:30 every morning and go feed my hogs and my cattle. I have to walk my cattle daily. I've had the opportunity to go to Mississippi State and learn how to artificially inseminate cattle, so that's something that I've learned at a real young age and that I'm getting better and better at as I go along and practice more.
Buckley says he aspires to become a veterinarian. Academic scholarship recipient Libby Durst talks about what she learned from her livestock project.
I learned how to be patient with the animals. When you're trying to get a cow to set its feet up just right for you, that's hard. They don't want to stand still all the time, and you can't get mad at them because they don't know what they're doing. So you have to be really patient, and also it keeps me in check of myself and what I'm doing and what example I'm putting out there for the younger people, because they're looking up to us, and you can tell when they walk through the barn and look at you and want to talk to you that they really do want to know you and that you're important to them. So you really have to be a good example for the younger kids.
Durst says showing livestock also helped her decide on a career path.
I really want to pick a career that allows me to be involved in agribusiness because it's so important to our state. And I think that's important for young people to know, is just what agriculture does for our state and how they can be more active in it.
Durst says her plans could lead to a future as a state representative for agriculture. Lauren Demuth of Raymond talks about how showing livestock is a great family project.
We get to spend time with our father, and he loves doing livestock stuff, so that's how we stay close with him. My daddy buys the lambs and buys the feed and medicine, and my mom supports us and the whole thing, so we really couldn't do it without them.
Demuth says winning Reserve Grand Champion was just one of the many rewards in her project. She's taken away life skills like the value of sportsmanship and helping others.
One of my friends has like 8 lambs, and she gets some in the champion drive, then she needs somebody to help her show, and so I'll help her. It's a great way to meet new people, different people from different parts of the state.
Exhibitors say the most important life lessons involve learning from each other through teamwork and sportsmanship. Dean Josan says he's proud of the young people's exceptional conduct.
The exhibitors have been very respectful of the judges and our workers that have been here attending the shows and putting on the shows. It's always nice to see them come up to thank the people that are working the gates, working the check-in gates, and especially to thank the judge.
Those involved in the Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions say the leadership and teamwork they learned helped them survive the threatening conditions of Mother Nature this year. From Jackson, Mississippi, I'm Amy Taylor reporting. You can watch this story again on our Farm Week website at farmweek.msucares.com. We'll have links and telephone numbers there for you to find out more about junior livestock shows in Mississippi.